So finally back with a new video today. We are sitting at 31,732. I have took out quite a bit of money, like probably like 1,000. So that's why we are still at 31,732. But for this week we are up. We have been playing around with some options here, and our stock's been doing pretty good lately. So let's check that out. We have $5 in interest this month. We did get paid like 20 early for some reason, but that's not really what I'm looking at. So first off here, we have Realty income. Realty income has been performing okay this past month. Pretty good, actually, 7%. It's been going up since that 50 level. So we have 80 shares, market value of 4,453. And my average cost is 53. I have been adding this like weekly or bi-weekly. And I do plan to add more of this stock. I'm up right now $150 or 3%. And we'll take a look at the dividends in the end, because I do have a couple to show. Now, moving forward, we have Starbucks, ticker symbol SBUX. It was up Friday, 3.4%. So making a nice little recovery from that 72 level. Let's see what Starbucks has to offer within the coming quarters and stuff. We do have a dividend here that I'm going to cover sooner or later here at the end of the video. So we have 40 shares here. I did add 5 more shares to bring my average cost just slightly down to 88. Because I did have 35, now I have 40. So we are down 415 overall, but today we are up 100 or 3.52%. So with Starbucks here, I'm just holding on. I am down 11%, so it's not horrible. I do see this going back up to 90s, and over the past year, I think they just had a tough quarter with very bad earnings, but it's just an upset. I think Starbucks will be all right. It just is what it is with every company. It has its bad quarters. Now, moving forward, and I do have my positions based off equity. So Starbucks is my second largest position. And then here next up we have United Health. We own 6 shares with a market value of $3,138, and we are up overall $354 or 12.72%. My average cost is $464, so that's pretty good. This is one that's been performing pretty good after that decline that we had to the 450s. So I like my position here. I don't plan to add more soon unless it drops around that average cost again. But yeah, just hanging on to United Health. Has been performing pretty good over the past month and week. Okay, next up here we have Visa, ticker symbol V, and Visa is trading at 280 right now. Pretty expensive for my liking to buy, but without a doubt, one of the best companies in the world. And this is the one that I have in mind to be my biggest position, but hopefully it goes down to that 250. It would be pretty good for myself to capitalize on that. But as of now, we have a pretty decent holding, not too big, not too small, of 11 shares, $3,000 market value, average cost $272, and the portfolio diversity is 13%. And we are up total 85, and today $2 or almost $3. Next up here we have Apple trading at 189. We have 15 shares with a market value of $2,852, average cost of $171, and we are up a total of 283 or 11%. So with Apple here, if it hits that 200 range, cool, keep going up, but I don't plan on adding more at the moment. It's trading at a premium, so Yeah, not bad for Apple here. Next up, we have PepsiCo trading at 182. And we have 12 shares with a market value of $2,208. And we are down today $13. And overall, we are up 177 or 8.75% with an average cost of 167. I love PepsiCo. It's one of those where I just buy it and forget about it. I kind of wish I added a little bit more, maybe like 15, 20 shares when it was at 160s. The 160s, but it's okay. 160 to 162 is the lowest. Around there, 160, below 160. But I mean, if you take a look at this chart, even on Robinhood, it's pretty clear the consistency of the uptrend within PepsiCo here. Now, moving forward, we are on to McDonald's. McDonald's is trading at 272, and we have 6 shares with a market value of $1,634. Average cost $271. Total return $6. Today's return $6 down. So my plan here with Mickey D's or McDonald's, whatever you want to call it, is to hold. I would love to add more at 240 if it goes down. Maybe get a couple more shares, but it's one of those where it's not just a restaurant company; it's a real estate company. They own their land, so I like that about McDonald's. And that's the reason I am more inclined to own this. And they are bringing back the $5 menu for some time, just for a limited amount of time. So that's pretty cool for McDonald's. So we'll see where it goes within the next year. Next up here, we have MasterCard, ticker MA. So the reason I own Visa and MasterCard, I like MasterCard because it has more market share outside of the country within like United States. So they're more outsourced compared to Visa. Visa has more market share within the United States. So I want to be more diversified and just own pretty much both of them. But I do like Visa better. So I have 3 shares, market value $1,380, average cost $455, and I am up 1% or $14. So with MasterCard, I would love to add that 420. I will be looking to add Visa and MasterCard if it does drop down. So that's that. And then here we have HD, Home Depot. Have 3.3 shares, market value of $1,034, average cost $335. I am up $26 overall. The plan here with Home Depot was kind of like a swing trade. So I don't expect much here from Home Depot. Let's just see where it goes. And yeah. Next up here we have Abby. This is a nice one that I want to build out here. But not at 166. I would love for it to go down to the 140s. I would love to buy Abby. We have 3 shares, market value of almost 500, average cost 159, and we are only up $19 overall and $6 today. So let's take a look at well, first off, let's talk about the performance of the portfolio here. We were down. This is when Starbucks reported earnings. But we have been taking out money out of that account. We did make some trades on Tesla. That's why we're up 400 almost. Oh, you could take a look here. We're up like 122 on our regular stocks. Over the past week, we're at 1% on the regular stocks. But if you check here, we're up 700. So the difference is about 500 or less over the past week on options. So I have been focusing on calls on Tesla, kind of trading the range. But moving forward to the dividends here. Let's go to dividends and let's take a look at O. So O, we're pretty it's ex-dividend on May 1st and they paid me on May 15th. So at this point I had 74.39 shares. Amount per share is 25 cents. And I got paid $19 this month. And then I got paid from Apple. Apple is paying 25 cents per share, kind of similar to O. That's kind of funny. 15 shares, and they paid me $3.75. Next up here we have Starbucks. they announced their ex-dividend day on May 17th, so recently, and they are paying 57 cents per share. With 35 shares equals $20. So that's a nice little dividend there. Next up, we have Visa. Visa's paying 52 cents per share, and I have a total amount of 11 shares. So I'm getting paid out $5.77, though not bad from dividends for Visa here. And overall here we have like 40 some dollars of dividends, so not too bad. And I do reinvest my dividends, so each dividend gets bigger. I like the snowball effect. So that's the portfolio, how it's performing. I'll make another video next week and see how the options are going and how the market is doing for next week. We are at all-time high, so we'll see what happens on the next week. Thank you so much for watching, guys.